2020 was all about cutting you down to size a bit, Cancer. Frankly, you needed to be taken down a peg and the stars were making sure you were. Nothing horrible, just a bit of humbling from the cosmos as it showed you there was more to the universe than you. You didn't have a big head at all. You just needed a bigger perspective to keep in mind when looking at your life. Hopefully, you learned a lot from that experience and grew as a result. No? Not so much? Well, you're in luck, Cancer. The universe is giving you a sort of do-over. Think of 2021 as a summer school for your soul. That sounds terrible, but you get the idea. Not only do you have a chance to continue to grow and learn over the course of this year, but you'll also be learning the tools and techniques for continual growth for your entire life. You've been needing these skills for a while. That's not a criticism, it's just an acknowledgement that self-directed growth has been difficult for you. Well, now school is in session. January is the perfect time for you to get what you need to grow for the year. It's sort of your back-to-school shopping period if you like. This is when you'll want to see where you might want to cut back on hours or spend more time. Take a close look at your job situation and see if there's any flexibility there. You may find that this is the year in which you need to make big adjustments with your employment situation. If you don't have the flexibility you'd like, have a talk with your boss and see what options are available to you. Maybe you can get on flex time, or maybe you can do some of your work remotely 1 or 2 days a week. And if none of these options are available, maybe it's time for you to start looking around for somewhere else to work. January is your time to get this sorted out as best as you can, so carve out the time for it and take it seriously. Winter has always been brutal to you, Cancer. If you're in the colder states, you know what that's all about and how rough it can be. Even if you're living somewhere temperate, the shorter days wear you down over time. We know that you're particularly sensitive to it, and January and February are the real nadir of the season. Hang in there, Cancer. You've been a survivor so far and you've got celestial backup looking out for you. Saturn is shadowing you through these months and knows that you can use the support. Think of Saturn as your spotter in the gym. He's there to make sure you're doing the work you need to, but also that you don't accidentally hurt yourself. You're going to keep pressing on, no pun intended, but you're going to do so with the knowledge that the great ring giant is looking after you. March will bring it a brief respite in which you can start to get a handle on your financial picture. This is perfect timing, in fact, as you have some great financial waves coming your way. Were you to be a betting person, Cancer, you'd especially want to make those wagers around the 19th of March. There will be a couple of these nodal points of great benefit to you. We hesitate to say luck as there's no such animal, it's all a byproduct of preparation. But let's just say there are a few days where your preparation feels especially potent. In addition to March 19th, those other days are May 2nd, August 15th, and October 30th. As always, be responsible, don't be reckless, and gamble a bunch of money you don't have. But a lottery ticket? Give it a shot. You're going to have hot hands around those dates, and what's maybe more valuable than any winnings you might accumulate is the confidence those hot hands will make you feel. Nothing wrong with feeling like a winner. Enjoy it and bask in it. Then let that feeling carry over into the rest of the year. April has always been the cruelest month, as the man says. You're not going to be immune to that, Cancer. In fact, it's going to take a bit of a physical toll on you. Don't panic. It's nothing terrible or long-term, but your life is going to catch up to you a bit, forcing you to relax and maybe consider slowing down just a little bit. This is a good thing for you. You've been burning the candle at both ends for years now, and your body is going to blow a fuse. That's not bad, though. That's its way of saying it wants what's best for you in the long run. Listen to what your body is saying to you. There will be a very clear sign coming around the 13th of the month or so. Consider it a wake-up call, a way for your body to say enough is enough. And in the wake of that, follow your doctor's instructions. Take a load off and rest a bit. Count your blessings and stop and smell the roses. This might sound like an odd question, Cancer, but how is your car? It's the strangest thing to focus on, but May and June are putting out strong automotive signals, no pun intended, to you in a variety of ways. What does this mean? Well, very rarely do the stars refer so specifically to terrestrial matters like automobiles, so this seems significant. No, they aren't spelling out the Chrysler logo or anything like that. But they do address your need to travel frequently, easily, and at your whim. This is interesting because the ability to do that is very much in keeping with your personality, Cancer. So let's take May and June to be your prime road trip time. The weather should be beautiful, hopefully, your car is in good shape, and if not, start making it so by March, and you have the ability to take some time to just wander the open road. Do so. Make it a point to get a little bit lost on back roads. Find one of those articles with 20 hidden gems in your state and start working your way down the list. Bring a friend who you know won't drive you crazy and make a fun day out of it. There's a lot that travel brings to the mind and heart, and this is the scale you'll want to pursue for maximum spiritual value. Fall is usually a time for reflection, and you should certainly do your share of it, Cancer. But don't just sit at home gazing at your navel. September is when you need to get to work with all the personal development you've done so far this year. The key activity for you then is networking. You are going to reach out to every contact you have, business or social, and make some time for each and every one of them. But I'm exceedingly popular, we hear you cry. All the more reason for you to strengthen those relationships and make them more human in your mind, rather than just a list of Instagram followers. You might not have an explicit purpose in mind for this networking, and that's okay. This isn't you using great swathes of people. No, the crucial thing here is that you are reinforcing your human connections on this planet and not just the familial ones. Why? Because none of us are getting any younger, and as time marches on, you're going to see just how important it is to be rooted in the people around us, even if they're acquaintances. In fact, here's an autumn assignment for you, Cancer. Go to a park around early October or so and just spend an hour or two people watching. You're going to want to take in the great mass of humanity around you, good and bad. Odds are good you'll come out of the experience much more empathetic to people around you and eager to find your place in the world. Then return to that networking assignment and see if you aren't a bit more invigorated. It's called being human. That's a lot of education in 2021 for you, Cancer. You will have earned the equivalent of a couple of master's degrees. None of it is wasted, though. You'll emerge through December so much wiser than you were before. And where will that wisdom take you? That's for you to figure out as you survey 2022 and all ahead of you. Now you are a master of personal growth and self-direction, which means understanding that it'll never be fully mastered. That's the paradox of existence, Cancer, and now you're ready to embrace it. Thank you so much for watching. Please give us a thumb up if you liked the video. Subscribe our YouTube channel not to miss the next video horoscope. Visit our website, go to horoscope.com, where you can find actual horoscope for today. Download our apps from Google Play and App Store to have your daily horoscope always on hand.